have it. Alex, I have a huge issue with my DK1 TKL alu plate. My Hoshija's reserves switch in will not come out. Yeah, dude, sometimes putting those switches in plates, the best thing I can tell you is you gotta like wiggle it out. Maybe use a different switch puller. Maybe that's like the way here. Lesson learned, don't trust Canadian homeowners. Bro, I don't know who the hell did this. It pissed me off though. I don't know if it was like 2 people ago, 1 people ago, who knows. Pissed me off. I was so upset. Honestly, I wasn't even upset. I was panicking to remove the paint. So I ended up making it worse. Because I only did like this size. It was like this big. Like not even, it was like this. But then as I panicked and tried to wipe away the paint, I used like a little paint thinner. And it just made the whole wall crappy looking, so whatever. Honestly, it's okay. I'm not even stressed about it. We're going to build a sick keyboard. Has the man apologized yet or no? Maybe he was not Canadian, guys. True. Alex, do you listen to 3 Days Grace? I do. I did. I don't know. Is their new stuff good? You just said it's good, but I didn't even know they made new stuff. Holy hell, Alex. I bought it yesterday. If this board sucks... Okay, don't hurt yourself. Don't do that, but you can return it. You can cancel your purchase, but no hurting each other or ourselves. Okay, let's take a look at the board. Honestly, I want to get right into this because... What the fuck? I want to get right into this because, honestly, I am so curious. I am so curious. This is the one I got. I took it out of the box because... story time. They sent me 2 hardshell cases, like nice hardshell cases, and one of the hardshell cases... I guess
best
the border...
2 months of my life.
Hi Dan, how you doing? I guess the border cut into the hardshell case, and then it rained, and there was like water in the hardshell case, and it stunk. So I had to throw it away. So yeah, this is the keyboard, but yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrible smell. So that is in the garbage. Wood inside? Yeah, okay. I have thoughts about this already. Hi everyone. By the way, Dan, thank you again. Appreciate you, buddy. Hi everyone. Hi Frank. How you guys doing? This is cool. I'm so glad they did this. The tofu holds a special place in my heart. I don't know if it holds a special place in your heart too. The tofu, the original 60% tofu, was technically my first custom keyboard. So seeing them do a keyboard like this in the same kind of wedge that shape the tofu's in is a beautiful sight to see. I absolutely love the shape of this case. Absolutely do. So right away, we're looking at some really thin side bezels, which you know is my thing. I like squared off designs. This reminds me of the F1, but not the F1. So I don't, you know, it's a case of the chicken and the egg here. I will say this does seem F1 inspired, which I'm happy for because I like the F1. This does come in WinKey or WinKeyless. They sent me WinKeyless for this unit. I love what they did with the inside here. I'm wondering if this small piece of wood will actually do something for the sound, because it's kind of interesting how they put this here. I am a bit bummed they didn't put this on the outside. But it makes sense why they didn't put this on the outside, because the bottom of this keyboard is supposed to be really simple. It's a tofu. It's supposed to be simple, and I respect it for doing so. This bottom piece they did send over, it has like a machining finish to it.
19 months. Lol, that's cool.
Hi, Violet. It's pretty cool. It's a very F1 inspired keyboard. But then again, this is kind of the tofu though. So I'm not even upset at it for doing this. And then it kind of has the weight going upwards over here. But it's pretty crazy. Like, this is a pretty nice looking keyboard. I'm pretty positive this is just aluminum on the bottom. I don't think this is the stainless one. It might be, because they have aluminum silver with textures, and then they have stainless bottom with textures. Honestly, I'm not sure which particular unit this is. They didn't tell me. This is heavy though, so this might be the stainless one. What's the weight of this? You want an unbuilt weight? Or do you want to build it? I always feel like building it makes more sense than doing the weight. There is texture on this. You guys just can't really tell. Do you guys... Actually, maybe from here you guys can see. This could also be the raw case. I'm honestly not sure what all these things look like because they don't got a lot of photo... Wait. Well, the photos kind of suck. And honestly, they didn't label anything. This could also be raw. This could also be raw too. I'm not sure. I'm pretty positive this is aluminum though. This is not heavy enough to be a full stainless steel bottom here. Now, I do think these are stainless steel. I wish... Okay, my one gripe is I wish they gave me a list of what was inside. Because they didn't do that, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these are stainless. Because this does have some weight to it. It's just not the heaviest. This is the mocha color, which I think is the best color on this entire page, other than orange. They do have some interesting stuff. They even have like a... I'm not on that page because this is not one of those. But they have that customize your own keyboard builder type thing. KBD tools. For what? Sorry? What am I doing with this? The Tofu keyboard simulator? Oh, they have like a building thing here? Interesting. Oh yeah, okay, I didn't even know this was a thing. Damn, they didn't send me any of this. There's a lot of color customs. Yeah, dude, the configurator is really cool. And from what I gather, these are just some quick cliff notes. From what I gather, let's just try to rebuild this. So I'm pretty positive this is raw because that's what it looks like. We're going to go with the stainless steel. Actually, no, let me just do the cheapest configuration first for you guys. Cheapest configuration that you can get with this. Assuming you build plateless, which we're not going to assume that. Let's just get an aluminum plate. The cheapest version with no foam is $180, is it? Does that make sense? Let's see. Add to carts. 180-ish cheapest. 180 is cool. I like the sound of 180. I do. But yeah, there's even batteries you can get for this because there's even like a wireless version I believe you can pick up, but there's a wired. The wired version is an extra $7. And then the wired Hall Effect version would be an extra $22. Really, really cool. They have a lot of ways you can build this up. A lot of color schemes. You know, just based off of even the standard colors, there is 3, 7, 10 colors you can pick. Even PC, which is kind of cool too. The wireless is ZMK. I mean, that's even better. ZMK is excellent. So if you guys are curious, ZMK is really good for battery life. So that's really, really cool. I like this a lot. I do think this is fantastic price-wise. A lot of different options, a lot of ways you can customize it. I think I really like the internals of this keyboard, just like the way they visually look. I do wish some of that was translated to the bottom. But again, I'm conflicted because this is a Tofu. And it makes sense to have a simple Tofu. Now, while I was fiddling around with this, there is one thing that I'm actually not super keen on. And that's the feet. The feet were awkward. There are these little squares that kind of push in, but they kind of have to push in a way where you slip them. Like, see this over here? See how they have this like edge to the feet? And they have like a very skinny part of this. You kind of have to push them in to the point where they just kind of friction fit. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I took off one foot to see how they worked before the stream. They're hard to fiddle with. You kind of have to find a motion with them. And I found that it took me a few minutes to get one in well. So you can probably put double-sided tape on these. But once they're in, they're in. I haven't had them like slip out yet, which is nice. But yeah, they don't... This is like the only part of the keyboard so far that I've seen where it's like, I'm not super keen on it. The feet were redesigned so that way they would work with the 5K unit. So are these the final feet then? But yeah, really, really pretty though. This is the standard, you know, wedge side profile here. There it is. The ano looks really good. Yeah, exposed screws. Really happy they went that route. Pretty looking keyboard. Very, very pretty. And there's that wooden internal with a Tofu 80, which is a kind of weird because they have Tofu TKL everywhere else and then Tofu 80 here. And then those big old stainless steel weights. Cool. We'll do a case weigh-in towards the end. Looks like the most expensive config is 480 with HEPCB. Yeah, you can get a pretty expensive one. If you want to go with like adding a wrist rest, going with foam, let's just pick the carbon fiber. Let's just pick the Hall effect. Let's pick weighted copper bars, and let's pick the most expensive case, which is the bottom case is going to be full copper. And then for a top case, oh, I think I've glitched out the website. All right, I'll use the other builder. You know what? I believe you. 480 does look like it's going to be close to what I'm seeing here too. God damn, there's so many colors you can pick here. Absolutely insane. Most expensive is the stainless steel. Was there a stainless steel bottom that I'm not seeing? Hold on, let me see. Oh, 245. Jeez. Yeah, bottom case stainless is 245, which that makes sense because that would be a huge chunk of stainless steel. Insane. They talked about foam inserts. Yeah, I'll take this apart as well. First, I'm going to take a look at the other stuff this came with. So they sent over a foam kit, which I'm probably not going to use, some screws, silicone pellets, not exactly sure what this is. They sent over 2 different plates and a hot swap PCB. So, well, and the foam. Pretty nice. It's also utilizing their new Daughterboard system with those squiggly lines, which is pretty cool. I like the way those look. Here, you guys want me to show you the page too? The page has been up for a little while. I'm surprised no one's covered this. So you can technically also build this plateless, which I'm not gonna lie, I was really, really hoping they sent a solder PCB over because I would have loved to build this in plateless. But I think I'm gonna build this. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to build this with a polycarbonate plate, but I also want to just use the aluminum because I specifically lubed cherry switches for this today, but I'm honestly not sure what I want to use. I don't have enough milky yellows. I only lubed 70 of those. Can we do plateless? I'm not super keen on doing plateless hot swap personally. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I was thinking just classic cherry aluminum. See how it sounds. See how it feels. Also, hydrate. Got you with some coffee here. You can't do plateless top mount, unfortunately. Thoughts on Serica with a Neo 65? It'll look nice. Serica and teal works well. I like the idea. Take it back to the OG Tofu days. If we're doing OG days, then we either have to use clicky switches, Holy Pandas, or Zeal switches, which I think OG days I used a lot of Telios, which I don't have because those are really expensive and not my thing. We could use granites as well. Do you guys want? I mean, I'll let you guys vote for switches. We'll take this apart, vote for switches. But the PCB hot swap, KBD fans never disappoints me. There is literally every option here, including ISO. Although I do think you have to probably solder your own socket for ISO, but you do let them know ahead of time, and they do that for you, I believe. But like, literally everything, which is great. YN, yes, there will be. T1's trust? Alright, Andrew. Ink V2s? Get out of here, dude. I hate inks. Inks are not my thing. Well, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do top mount and gasket. Like I said, I kind of... Oh, they sent carbon fiber as well. I'm just going to stick with aluminum. But like, fuck, I do kind of want to use polycarb. Fuck. I'll just let you guys vote. We'll get to that point. Let me take apart the keyboard first. What about alpacas? Dude, I actually just recently sourced alpacas for someone, and then I got them in, and I I had to tell the client that I'm not giving them to them because they were terrible. Like the leaf click and all that was just awful. So I told the client like, no, thank you. And I sourced them a different set of switches that were way better. They were so bad, like god awful. Let's see. Oh, this uses a torque spit. Wow, very nice. I wonder, wait, how much was this unit? So this is Mocha top. This is, I'm guessing, the raw still. We're using stainless steel. We're using a hot swap PCB. We'll use the aluminum plate. No foam. I'm not going to use the foam. No wrist rest. This unit... Oh, I have to refresh the page because it's not working. I glitched out the builder here. Alright, let me try this again. Raw. Stainless inserts. Hot swap PCB. This. So this is 216. That's not bad. Damn. I'm sure shipping clearly adds to that, which, by the way, I feel like I shouldn't need to say this, but shipping costs money. So okay, so far the only thing I'm not 100% on is how the feet work. Okay. Magnetic screws? Well, okay, that one there doesn't want to come out. But alright, I'm vibing. Alright. This is looking cool so far. Yeah, shipping can be terrible sometimes. Why can't we go back to the good old days of bump-ons? You know, I'm kind of with you there on the bump-on thing. I feel like this could have easily had bump-ons. There's 2 missing screws in here. Is there? Oh no, they're there. Fuck, I just can't see them. God damn. I can pick up the board if you want. Can even run out of work right now. This one? Okay, I have a weird feeling though. I have a very strong feeling this is going to be a lot of people's... If this ends up sounding really good, this will be probably a lot of people's go-to TKL. Because I'm not going to lie, this has like some of the looks of the F1. You know, that simple F1 kind of look. At a very accessible price point. So this could be a very exciting keyboard. Alright, so inside, first of all, the anno is very good. There's no issues, no banding, no nothing that I see. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt. KBD fans did send this over to us to take a look at. By the way, I feel like I need to say this every time. Sorry if this bores you guys, but they did send me this. I'm assuming they don't need this back because usually they never ask for any of their stuff back. However, as you guys have seen, I always give away almost all the keyboards we get in. It's very rare that I keep something for an extended period of time, so we'll most likely give this away too. Just probably not in the next few weeks because I need to make content with it. But just a disclaimer, in case anyone needs the disclaimer there. And I think that's also very valid and fair. So, let's take apart this. The wooden one uses Phillips screws, which... Bit of a bummer for that. I feel like they didn't have to go with this, but... Okay, I'll just accept that it's using wooden... or Phillips head screws for this. Great value F1 I'm in. So... Let's just lift this out. I just dropped one of the little screws. Oh no! It's right here. You know what I kind of do wish though? I kind of wish they made... This is a very thin piece of wood. I know this is just a cover. Would have been nice to have like a little area to grab it so you can kind of just pry it up. Maybe you could just use your screwdriver like that as well. So here's where the Daughterboard would sit. Okay. Let's take apart this too. I think another screw fell out of the screw tray. Oh, you're right. Now, I don't know if they sent over... I don't even know if mine's wireless. I don't think so. But let's see if there's foam pads underneath. And again, a little tough to grab these out. So if you guys are grabbing these out, probably just unscrew it. Take out the screws first, and then just let it fall into your hand. But no, it doesn't look like there's any foam pads. But, to be fair, this is a very small cavity with a very thick weight. So I am personally not too hard-pressed that they didn't send any pour-on pads or foam pads for this. They're pretty thick, dude. I'm not pressed at all. I am not pressed that they did not put a piece of foam into this. Are you guys? Is that something you guys would want? It's very small. It's not even like the other big, thicker batteries. This is a very small piece. This is huge. Look at this. So that would be where the battery would sit underneath. Will this need a force brake? I don't know. We'll continue to take a look at all these things, but it's my first time looking at the board too, so I'm honestly not sure. It does have little force brake areas, but I'm not sure if those are absolutely needed. Jeez, dude. Imagine this keyboard with a stainless steel weight and stainless steel bottom. Just to give you guys a sense of scale. Dude, who... I want to know the person who's buying the full stainless version. I am so curious. This is the thickness of this bottom piece. Imagine this being all stainless. It's 6 kilos almost? 5.01? Damn! The batteries are so small, they are like 1,000 milliamps each compared to 2,000 milliamps or 4,000. You've seen other keyboards. But that's, I'm assuming though, Pancake, the reason why they're so small is because it's utilizing ZMK. I'm assuming. And because it's utilizing ZMK, it's pretty power efficient, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. Because we've seen ZMK use batteries the size of like a crayon and apparently get insane battery life. So, hold on one second, guys. I might have a message from my girlfriend here. Oh, okay. I haven't seen the stream in a long time. You built my Apollo 80? Dude. It's been a little while. I hope things are well, my friend. I hope things are very well. Alright, let's put this guy in. I think Wei said he's still testing ZMK and he's not plugged into the keyboard for 4 months so far. 4-month battery life on that is kind of fucking nuts. Here is our funky Daughterboard. You can see this is where the batteries would plug into. Pogo pin connector. This flexes. So, okay, they did this. If you guys are curious, KBD fans did this in their Agar. And it actually, when I saw this, I laughed like crazy. Not because it's a stupid idea, because it's like genius in a way. This also flexes. I don't want to do it too much because there's no need to. And then on top of that, it has basically the wire, so the traces in here are built in. So you don't need to plug anything in. So essentially all you would be doing is plopping this down, screwing it in, and calling it a day. It's pretty nice. Like, I liked it a lot in the Agar. I thought it wouldn't work. Like, I thought it would be terrible. It ended up being really good. So, well, at least in the Agar. That's the only keyboard I've tested it in so far. So hot right now. Very hot connector. This should have come with the snake board. Oh my god, dude, that is on theme. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Unironically, one of the most premium things I've seen is coming from budget boards. Well, I have this philosophy that we need both to coexist in spaces, like nicely. Budget boards tend to want to do stuff efficiently so they can reduce the price. And like some of the best like innovations I've seen in keyboards have come from budget items, because someone's thought, okay, well, I need this. How do I make it more available and accessible? But again, I think you need both to coexist in a space. I'd be curious about this in a Hall effect style for the Hall effect PCB. That'd be neat. So the only thing maybe I'd want to suggest to them is some sort of dampening pad underneath this, which, you know what, did they even... I wonder if we could literally just put one of these underneath. That would be very, very smart. We'll see though. If this has a bit of a problem where this is pingy, maybe I just stick one of these little force break things underneath. And that way there it basically sits like this. I mean, hell, I might even just do it. What's it gonna hurt? Oh, it becomes a little bit stiffer. Maybe we just use a piece of tape then, because these are thick. I had a weird nightmare that I went to use my keyboard and the spacebar was god-awful. That is a nightmare. I'm so sorry you went through that. I'm very sorry about that, my friend. Alright. So 2 little things I think could be improved upon. Okay. Also, just so you guys can see what I'm seeing here too, I would probably recommend, if you're going to build this, plug in your connectors first, then screw it in. Because look at the gap there. It's sitting right beside the screws. So definitely probably build your, like, plug in your batteries first. I would assume that's the smartest thing to do. I would make that assumption. Alrighty. Let's put on our little force break thingies here, or whatever these are. So these are kind of ridged. No, they didn't send me an HEPCB. Oh, I would have loved one, honestly. So these should help break contact with the top piece. Interesting. I've never seen force brakes shaped like this. I wonder if this will prove any sort of benefit. First time watch. Found your channel via 3-year-old Reddit post. Looking for a new keyboard, so we'll stay for some inspiration. Well, today's a really good one, honestly. Because today's is not only interesting looking, from like a value perspective, but it's kind of a classic. Well, based off of a classic in the keyboard hobby. I think there's a lot of value to be had with this particular board. Oh, they did send me another bottom unit. I don't know if I'm going to use this today. I forgot to show you guys this. What is this? Oh my god, is this... Okay. I'm 1000% probably not using this today, but they sent over a copper bottom as well. This is too heavy for me. Cool. Just kind of big. I don't know. Maybe we'll install it. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm not going to like the sound of this. Drop test? Only on its head. Lick test? Dude? Pancake, what? Should we try it today? Maybe we'll try it. Who knows? Maybe we will. It's probably going to be very deep sounding. I've grown to personally gotta try a copper. We have to test it for sound, Alex. Okay, fine. I'll test it later. We'll do it. We'll do it. Everyone, we'll do it. Fine, fine, fine. Let me put back on the wooden piece here. Okay, screw these back in. I'm glad they get rid of the thin PCB plus flex cuts. Yeah, I'm glad that that trend isn't super prevalent in the hobby anymore. And I should reword that actually. I'm glad people can buy other things other than one specific thing that the designer might want to put in there. I think to have a successful product, you need to have some sort of variety for people, especially when people express they want variety. Alex, guys, Alex just needs to go to the gym more so the coppers and... Dude, honestly, yes. I would like to go to the gym so I can actually lift the copper later. If that's okay with you guys. The copper is kind of heavy. Alright, so we've taken a look at the case. For the most part, I am impressed. I'm still not in love with these feet. I feel like these could be way better. I hope they get better. Oh, that is actually kind of slick looking with the pogo pin sitting with the wood. I'm not gonna lie, I think that looks really sharp. I didn't even take that in until right now. I like the wood insert in the middle. It's just, I mean, it adds something. You know? I also kind of feel like it's like a detail inside that you're gonna know is there. So I'm vibing with it. I like small details like that. It makes me happy. All right, let's get some stabilizers. Let's do some cherry clippings. For that little wooden piece, I think that wooden piece is the only thing you're gonna get. I don't see any other choice other than the piece of wood. Not that it matters too much. But it does look like the wood is the only choice for this little accent in the center here. Cool. It kind of adds to the board. I almost feel like this would look really good on the other side too, but it's, I don't know, it's cool. I do think it adds to it. Kind of smart because the wood can flex a little bit. Maybe. I feel like maybe it will also alter some of the sound, which is cool. You know? It'd be cool to have a PC option. I love when boards have a polycarbonate cover. Actually, you know what? Is there a PC bottom for this? Because I know there's a PC top. Oh, no, there isn't a PC top. Oh, yeah, there is a PC top, but is there a PC bottom? A PC bottom would look super cool. Nah, there's not. Only PC top. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, PC bottom with all these cool things underneath would look sweet. Because you could... Dude, you'd be able to see the batteries, technically. And you'd be able to see this, like, internal middle piece, too. I think they're kind of sleeping on a PC bottom for this. A PC bottom would look fucking sweet. Yeah, and you can see the weights. Yeah. I think they're kind of sleeping on it. But I wouldn't do frosted. I would do like legit like as clear polycarbonate as you can. Kind of like Game Boy style, you know? Just hopped in. Is this the custom color? No, this is mocha. I'm pretty positive this is mocha. Again, I didn't get like a note, but this looks like the mocha one, so I'm going off of this is mocha. Clippers. Yeah, this is a pretty color. Let's look at it from the side too. It's nice. I like the color. I have no quarrels with this color. It's the raw bottom and mocha top. And then there's also a copper bottom that they sent. None of the custom colors have been made, so this is standard. There you guys go. There you guys go. Pancake giving us the information. Has there missed I missed a compliment? Oh, Boney! Boney. You know what I make custom every single time? Big old smooches for you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day, buddy. Why are you clipping those? So these are cherry clip-ins. They have an additional 2 prongs or feet on the bottom. And you guys see how they stick out? See how they have like a little like leg on them, basically? Like a little hook? Those actually end up softening the impact of the stabilizer, which makes them feel kind of mushy or muddy. So we chop them off. This only is a thing on cherry clip-ins. So you don't have to worry about it if you're not buying cherry clip-ins. What's the retail for this? It looks like it starts at about 180. We'll just say 190 with the foam kit. And then this particular version I got... Do I still have it open? Oh gosh. No, I refreshed the page. I think this version I calculated and it was about 210 or 215 or something? Here, I'll just redo it. Mocha, raw, anode, bottom... Or 140 if you solder with no weights. Can you actually select no weights? You can. Yeah, if you buy no weights, you can spend 140 bucks. If you don't want weights in this. I didn't even realize you can select no weights. Well, we're just going to put the weights in there anyways. Stainless steel weight, hot swap. Let's just put no foam. So this version that I'm building right now is 216. So yeah, about 250. I was right. Okay. Phew. Yeah, if it was me, I'd probably buy the foam kit just to have it. I mean, you never know. You never know what your taste and preference are going to be, and it's always good to have like a foam kit available for something like this. Can you convert to CAD? Oh yeah, my bad. Hold on, let me tell you. One sec. Let me go to CAD. One sec. We just need to CAD. One sec. I got you. Just give me one moment. $2.97. Jeez, our dollar stinks. I don't want to think about it. That's kind of depressing. Never think about us? Maybe I just don't want to think about how bad our dollar is. You ever think about that, Elkhorn? Maybe you're the one not thinking of me right now. I found a thin layer of foam to help the KBD-8X when I built it. Definitely always worth having it in case. Yeah, exactly. I think it's always nice to have. I mean, there's been cases where I wish I had bought foam just because like I needed a thin piece, and I'm lucky enough to have other keyboard builds with foam around me, so I just steal it out of that, but I get it. What was I doing? Oh, we're gonna lube. I absolutely get it. I thought the mocha would be darker. Let me look at it on the website one more time. I feel like this was pretty close to what I saw on the website. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty close. You know what they did? Okay. Their photos are great for this, but they have the photos set up in a way where there's a lot of shadows. Like it's taken with the shadow facing the viewer. So yeah, it's not... It's accurate, I feel. Like I do think this is the color. I just feel like it's kind of more contrasty than I'd like for the photo to be displaying the unit. They should have taken it with two different angles. Or an angle where the light's on top. Not... Like, the light is on top, but you're kind of facing the rear end of the keyboard. So yeah, maybe it's not the best picture in the world. Hi Galaxy, how you doing? Hello. Do you like how heavy it feels? I think this is heavy enough with just the stainless inserts. Any heavier and I probably wouldn't like this personally. But preference, so. That is literally a preference choice right there. One stab. It could be champagne. What's the weight of the material? This one here in this unit is stainless, but they also have some different options as well. Just got hit with a $70 import fee from DHL on a $120 board. I had to clear up a misunderstanding with UPS yesterday. So about a week or two ago. First of all, that sucks that you had to do that. But I'll give you an example on my end. We had UPS shipped me a package that wasn't even in my name, but somehow was in my had my email and my phone number. So I got the package in, and I didn't open it or anything because it wasn't for me. And I think what happened. So okay, long story short, I think what happened was they knew that they were delivering it to like my place, and they lumped it in with other stuff going to my address, and they just kind of put it all under one account, even though it didn't have the right name on it. So I told them I didn't want the package, and then there was a $690 fee to go along with that. So they told me not to worry about it, like, you can just deny it, you won't have to pay it. But then I got a bill in the mail a week later saying I owed $690, and I had to call to get rid of that fee because they didn't actually get rid of it. This is Mocha. Classic UPS. Yeah, I think they are terrible when it comes to how they handle these things. They have been absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. Oh, I want to tell you guys something. I treated myself to something this week. A little personal purchase. This is, technically, okay, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've made 2 personal purchases in the last little bit. One was this light bar, which, I mean, whatever. You probably considered a work purchase, but it's been so handy for lubing switches. The BenQ one. And then I bought a Steam Deck. I've been thinking to myself, why am I not enjoying video games? Like, why am I just, like, hating being in front of my computer? So, I looked at some of the alternatives, and I know the Steam Deck is a bit old, but I ain't spending $1,500 on some of these new ones. So the Steam Deck was like a fair price. So I got a Steam Deck. It hasn't come in, but I can't wait. I'm really excited. Yeah, I know there's other ones on the way, but they're all a little bit out of my price range.
Good day, Alex.
Hi, how you doing? What's new? Val, 10 months too. That's crazy. Love you, buddy. Hype for you though? Yeah, my brother was also like telling me about the Legion Go, and then I had some friends tell me like, oh, don't get the Steam Deck, wait for the new stuff. But I even looked at the price of the current stuff, and like, I got the OLED middle one. The top one was a bit too expensive for me. Like, I was in the budget range about 600 to 700 Canadian dollars, and nothing really fit that budget range for me. So this was, I think, the best choice. Bro, waited for the mode sponsor stream to hit? Huh? Bro, I wish. How many switches can you lube with this pen? I feel like I've gotten 4 batches of switches done with this. But I also do stabs in between, so I'm not sure. No, this is not catchball. This is just regular schmegular screws. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to start playing Expedition 33 from like the couch or something. I'm just too... I feel like, okay, I played some Expedition 33 the other day. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I love the game. It's so fucking good. But I couldn't sit in front of my computer for very long. I was just like getting annoyed sitting in the chair. And I think it's because I'm sitting in this chair all day that it's just not comfortable for me anymore. So, oh, I'm not going to spoil it. I only played like, I think a total of 3 hours anyways. You got to get into the Binding of Isaac now. I have Binding of Isaac and I love it.
I know I don't really type in chat, but your stream is always a comfort place for me, especially now that I moved to a new city with the new job.
Thank you.
Love you, Alex. Keep it up less than 3.
I will absolutely try to keep it up as best as I can. Thank you, Giova. I appreciate you. Hopefully the move went well, too. This is a very roundabout way to admit you're getting old. No, man, I feel like... Okay, let me be real with you, dude. No. I need to redeem myself. Everyone chill for 1 second. I work from home. I'm in this place all day long. I feel like if I was in a different environment sitting and then coming home to sit, I'd be different. Hear me out before everyone starts calling me Unk. I feel like it'd be different if I was outside versus staying inside. So I feel like for me, just walking up a flight of stairs, it just doesn't hit. Like, I still feel like not comfy. I get it, Alex. I feel the same way. I have a whole other desk to play games at. I have a whole other desk to play games at. It's a tiny little desk, but I just don't feel comfortable in it. Well, at least my fave keyboard streamer is streaming after my crappy start of a day. What happened, Mystery? Everything okay? First stage denial? Grandpatos? Okay, you know what? I don't like that name. Please leave me alone. How do you feel Annette feels in your basement? Annette for mod 2025? Is he campaigning? Alex, are you going to need one of those chairs to go up the stairs? Hey, man! Leave me alone. I'm going back to building this keyboard. This is why you always separate. I mean, I have a separate room, though. Like, whoa. Everyone pause a sec. I have a separate room. I'm just... Again, I think, like, sitting in this chair and then moving up one flight of stairs to sit some more, like, doesn't feel good to me. Hi, Trash. Thank you so much. I really appreciate... Fave Cube Streamer? Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. Fallen, thank you so much for the prime, bro.
What games are you excited to play on your Steam Deck?
So I have a lot of indie games I want to play that I feel like would be better played, and then I want to replay Hades. Oh, this is from Omnitype. Omnitype sells these. Whiplash sells these. They're lube pens. They're really handy. If you don't like having like a bunch of different things, these are extremely handy to keep around. Hades is peak. Hades is super good. Yeah. There's a lot of games I'm probably going to play now, so. I was even seeing some guy playing TFT on his Steam Deck, and I thought that was kind of neat. He somehow set it up to play with the touch panel, which I thought was interesting. But I'm probably not going to do it, because, I mean, you can just play TFT on your phone, so... Check my last message. Super urgent. It's gonna be some dumb shit. 110%. Let's see. He's gonna make fun of me. Alex, do I get mod this stream? Damn it. It isn't dumb shit. Alright. Adam, I did promise you mod for one day. This is your day. / mod Adam Geo. If you guys get banned from Adam today, it's not my problem. Especially you, Annette. Not my problem. Annette getting banned in 10 seconds? We'll see what happens. Hades is awesome. You played 2 yet? I played 2 when it first came out, but I haven't played it since. And I know there's been updates, so... You know what actually kind of bugs me? I made him mod, and then he doesn't type. He just disappeared. Isn't that nuts? Wait, did I accidentally ban him? No, okay, never mind. I opened mod view? Oh, interesting. I'm exploring. Hey, don't explore too hard, bro. Keep your eyes down. Keep them on the keyboard. Keep those things on the keyboard, bro. Compliment? Chayo, let me think of a good one here. If Adam ever banned you, I would unban you in a heartbeat, alright? I hope you're having a good day, and I hope hope life's been treating you very well. As with everyone. He's already banning us. He's finding ways to torture Annette 110%. Adam has ops in this channel. And he's 1000% scoping out ways to fix that, I suppose. What if Adam bans me? I'll ban him. I'll ban it. Adam, alright? Can you check the corners are sharp? I mean, okay. I mean, I don't think they are personally. They're definitely sharp, but they're not in the range of like cut your finger sharp. Like I can comfortably do this and not worry about it. I don't know. Like they're done well. I don't even know a good way to tell you this. I don't have a jawline. Oh please, please. Fighting games are nice. Come with the leverless controllers. Oh, really? I'm not really good at fighting games, though. I suck at them.
I'll put in my agenda to remind you to take it off tomorrow before he stays like this forever.
Okay, thank you, Annette. Appreciate you. Gotta go to a meeting now. Have a good one. Bye. Take care. Alex, what do you think? Do you think the snake is good value? Value-wise, I mean, I think it's a good price compared to what it was. I think it's definitely cheaper compared to its old version. But I mean, value is hard to say. If you find value in it, then for sure. But I think it's a solid board. Some small changes I'd probably like to see on that for future iterations if they end up making one. But yeah, its current price ain't that bad. Oh, I need one more to you. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Adam is starting. Already people are getting timed out. I'm assuming they're going to follow this with the Tofu 3.0. Do they need to make a Tofu 3.0? I don't think they do. Mod abuse. I'm debating Encore Round 3 or for Kohaku. Or Kohaku. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I like the Encore a little bit more visually. I think the Kohaku is a classy looking keyboard, but I think the Encore does more for me personally. But obviously, I'd like to know, like, what are you weighing right now, you know? What are you weighing in? Like, are you weighing more like aesthetics versus sound, or... By the way, this is a 1.6mm PCB, in case anyone's wondering. I do wish the back was cleaner. That's a Tofu to me. Oh, like having no weight cut through the back design? Or what do you mean by that? Sorry. Like, you mean the bottom or the back? You were clipping off your stabs. Can you elaborate? Oh, so these are clip-ins. So you typically want to clip the stabilizer stems. They are necessary to clip if you want the stabilizers to sound more full in a lot of ways, or else they're kind of cushioned and then they create kind of mushy stabilizers, which is no good. Well, I get preference, but yeah, it only applies, like Lane said too, it only applies to cherry clip-ins. Most other stabs you probably will never have to deal with that. So if you're never going to use cherry clip-ins, just forget this even exists. Quickly tune these just ever so slightly as well. I have 5 Encores, and the one I would take off the PC. With the Kohaku, I have an extra brass weight that I feel looks amazing with it. Oh shit, you got tons of Encores, damn. What's your favorite Encore then? Did my music just randomly stop? What's going on? It did. By the way, Alex, did you do a vid for the Agar? I did. Long time ago, I feel. Unless you mean the Agar Mini, then no, I didn't. I haven't even done the Mini yet. Again, I don't know what's with every keyboard brand. Everyone decided that this month was a great month for keyboards. Everybody. So we got a bajillion cool keyboards that released this month, and it's become really difficult to understand like which keyboards everyone wants to buy. We have Encore prototype, we had Tofu TKL, we have me and Bull's Manta, we had the Angle 65, which I think got canceled. We got Do you guys see what Adam's doing, or is it just me? Damn. He's deleting all the block terms of Greg and Adam for VIP and Adam for mod. So now you guys can freely say Greg in chat. 60 that we're going to take a look at this weekend as well. Kind of ridiculous how many keywords there are. Okay. Guys, pause from your Greg 1 second. What plate are we doing? Actually, fuck it. I'll just put a poll. You guys can continue to spam. I don't care. Poll plates. Alu, PC, CF. I'm going to be real with you guys. I personally don't really want to do CF. I don't care for carbon fiber and top mount. So just keep that in mind, pretty please. I'm down for either or of the other ones though. I think if we're just going to strictly do top mount, which we're not gonna, PC is really good. Alu, I feel like will be good with everything. But you guys pick. We'll decide on switches next. I have MX2As, I fully mod it. Or we could just do granite switches. But I'll let you guys pick. I think both of these will sound good. And it for mod 2025? Wait, he's mod though. What do we do next? Dude, the Neo 64 Core Plus, or Neo 65 Core Plus is going to be soon too. That I'm going to be streaming here. I'll tell you guys exactly when. Where the hell is my schedule? Why is it all blank? Oh, here it goes. Now it's loading. We are doing that probably in like a week or two. It's not loading. I don't know why my schedule is not loading at all, but should be fun. How can you tell if you're in that grabby phase you talked about a while ago? And is there anything you can do about it? Oh, do you mean like wanting to buy everything phase? Is that what you're talking about, Joseph? I want to ask you, were the KTT roses on the white thermal in a recent short of yours filmed and lubed? No, they're not filmed. You cannot film those. They were lubed, and that was it. That board there, though, if you want to kind of replicate the thermal, I used a sheet of PE, or basically kind of like a PE sheet with foam, and I think the KTTs also have a bit of like a depth to it, but yes. That particular board does sound pretty cool with those switches, so. It does indeed sound cool. Alright. I guess aluminum's winning, so I guess I'll just start doing aluminum. Cool. When it says Tofu TKL V3, does that mean the PCB? I feel like, was there a Tofu TKL V2 that I'm missing? Or a first Tofu TKL? Was there 2 other Tofu TKLs that I'm just forgetting about? I think that means the PCB, right? Pretty positive. It's their V3 line? Oh, is that just what they're calling the naming scheme? That makes sense. I wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together for that, I'm gonna be real with you. I would have not realized that. Alright. Let's just do MX 2As. I feel like this is the better choice. Even though I love these, I know how aluminum top mount sounds with these. Like the MX 2As. So I'm going to stick with these today. We can play around with a few switches with the granites, because these are a little bit deeper in sound signature and a little bit less clacky. So let's just stick with this for now. I might go grab a plate for it. We'll see. No, it's also gasket. So, or, sorry, I shouldn't use the word gasket. What are they calling these? Silicone pellets. Well, okay, silicone gaskets. These things. We could technically go plateless today too, if we really want to try that, but Again, I am not too keen on hot swap plateless personally, and I think that would be kind of a bad representation for the keyboard. They look identical to the Bridge 75 dumbbell gaskets. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, dude. I feel like all these dumbbell gaskets kind of look the same. What are we thinking for Envoy V3 pricing? 300 bucks? I feel like it's going to be in line with the rest of the Envoys. So I don't recall how much those were off the top of my head. But yeah, I'd probably say in line with everything else. Maybe a bit more expensive for the stainless one that they're releasing now. Envoy or Encore? Oh wait, sorry, Keen, yes. Did you mean Envoy or Encore? My bad. I'm assuming Encore. Yeah, I'd say in line with the other Encores. This is the Mocha top case, yeah.
My favorite streamer is building the Tofu TKL. The evening is saved. The design of the Tofu holds a special place in my heart, as it was also my first custom keyboard.
Dude, okay, yeah. It was also mine, so. What's the top or the front height? Let's see. I don't recall off the top of my head, but let's find out. Front height is roughly, I'll measure it again. 18, yeah, about 18, I'd say. 18.2 is what I read. Very comfy front height. I don't have my first Tofu with me at the moment. My dad has it. He is the one that has everything. They say 16.5? I mean, are they measuring it just from like here? I don't think 16.5 is accurate, dude. Hold on, let me reset this. Let me zero this out. Let me screw it back in later, but I don't think that's an accurate measurement. Even if I cheat a little bit and don't measure it from this bottom piece, it's still like 17 point something. Bent unit? Oh my god, dude. Like, even if I just measure the top case here, it's still 17.1. And that's just the top case. So I don't know what they're talking about. I don't think it's 16.5. This is why I measure everything personally. I think it's from the table. Well, no, if it is from the table, that's still, I mean, it'd be the height of this. So even if we just measure the top case here, again, not measuring the bottom, just the top case is still 17. So I think their unit measurement is wrong for the front height. There's no possible way this is 16 point something. Unless I'm just idiot and I don't know how this thing works, which I don't think that's the case. Damn, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Now I have to re-VIP in it. God damn it. Adam, can you VIP him? He said no balls? No, this is the raw anodized weight. You tried to VIP people already? Wait, why? Anitar. Is it with two T's? I don't know how to spell its name. Yes, it is. Oh wait, he's already a VIP. Never mind. I don't have to worry about it. He's still VIP. Nice. You can ban him as much as you want now, and I don't have to worry about it. Damn. Maybe I'll keep Adam as a full-time mod. How many points do I have to spend to remove Adam's mod? I don't think I have a point system set up for that. Do we want to set a goal for that? If we want to remove Adam's mod early? I'm contributing to it. Adam, what's your cost of removing mod? Let's see what he says first. What's your channel point cost? Or cost in general? I'll give you a whole $1. 1 more billion. Alright, I should remove your mod just for using the word morb. Never knew this was a hobby. Now after researching keyboards, been here for 30 minutes. I get it. It's a... Okay, keyboards, truly, are an extremely satisfying hobby for me, at the very least. I have found that they have been extremely calming to me. Putting them together, I mean, this is a really easy kind of thing to put together because it's a hot swap case. You can always take it to the next level and like solder it, which is, I feel like, even more relaxing. So... How do you think PC top with copper... where'd that go? Bottom would sound?
Kappa TBH, I don't pay for Prime, but my Twitch glitched out so I can subscribe here for free.
Hey, thanks Omega, I appreciate you, man. But PC top and copper bottom would probably sound kind of dense, like very like bass heavy, I would guess. These ones aren't from Omnitype. Scrubs, are yours refillable? The ones from Whiplash? I'm pretty sure those are refillable. I don't think these ones here from Omnitype are. Alex, if I wanted a clack-max... Wait, to clack-max a keyboard. That is the first time I've ever heard that term. I like it. Is there a better board than the Neo 60 core? I think it's just the switches you use at that point. Oh, Rubik's, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate your 18 months, dude. Thank you, man. Love you, buddy. The wanting to buy everything phase, just bought a Bumpon Echo 60 late to the party. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. But now there's the Neo 60 CU. Okay. Joseph, sorry if I'm a little late answering this, but the best way to cut that habit, if you feel like you're buying too much, it's a tough one, man. I think this is a really important topic, by the way, because it is tough to kind of like tell yourself enough's enough. We all fall into this trap. I still fall into this trap. But I do feel like if you're kind of going through a point where you're just like, I need to spend money on something, I think the best thing you can do is to just take a breather from literally buying anything and just ask yourself, do I really need that? One thing that really helped me put things into perspective for the do I really need that phase is budgeting. When I realized when I was going through my stuff of just buying everything because I was bored and I didn't know what to do with my life and I was going through my own shit, I was looking at like the you know, like stupid purchases and going, okay, this is literally 100% of or 90% of the income that I make after necessities. And I was like, yeah, I don't think this is sustainable. And I think that was enough of a wake-up call. And that's not as easy as, you know, as it sounds. But you could also like try to talk to, so someone mentioned talking to like friends and family about, you know, spending too much too and buying things. But another thing you can do that helped me a lot is learning how to like enjoy the community aspects and enjoy what other people are doing rather than just focus on yourself and what you're doing. And I think like being able to kind of live vicariously through someone else is also really important too. But it's an uphill battle, honestly, man. Like, I still get that with camera parts. You know, like I'll look at some lenses and I'll be like, I want that. And I really have to sometimes think to myself, I'm like, that's going to end up on a shelf. That's going to collect dust. I'm going to use it one time and never use it again. And I can give you an example of something that I bought. Although it wasn't very expensive, I bought this little lens here. Here it is. Now, I did find this on sale and it was used, but like, I'm going to be real with you, I didn't need to buy this. It's a little lens that I picked up for my camera. I probably could have done without this. Honestly, I low-key sort of regret it because I'm probably not going to use this for a long, long time. And I kind of fell for the whole, it's on sale, it's used, and, you know, I should just get it now. But yeah, it's tough. You kind of just have to tell yourself, like, I don't need this. I can't see myself using this in the long term. This is a very short-sighted purchase. What's worked for me is I set a maximum number of keyboards I will keep, and then anytime I want to buy a new one, I have to sell an old one. That's also really good. Adam, everyone you're banning is just going to YouTube, bro. You have no power there. That is not your domain. I'm not banning them. You're timing out, whatever. Damn, Adam, have your fun, man. This is the one day. Hashtag down with Adam. Damn, that's crazy. Can you make him a mod on YouTube? I actually don't know how to make anyone a mod on YouTube. I only know how to make myself a mod. I think I made Chozo a mod a long time ago, but I don't even know if it works. Oh, I feel like I might have bent this one pin here. Oh no, we're good. What the hell? Thanks so much, man, and thank you all for chat for. Dude, honestly, Joseph, it's tough because, again, when I was going through my I need to spend my money on everything phase, it was for a variety of, like, probably bad mental health reasons and just everything. But it's true that eventually you kind of realize, okay, like, I need to start enjoying people around me more, and things aren't the solution to enjoying company. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping we all enjoying each other's company here, and we don't need to, like, buy anything to enjoy anyone's company here. Outside of, yes, you have to have a computer or a device to read messages. Someone's going to say that, I already know. And internet, I get it. So there is an inherent cost to it, but past that, there's no, like, additional purchase you need to make. And I think this is a huge level of enjoyment. Adam, can you ban this streamer pretty please? He cannot. I tried. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, the Tofu lack of branding is really nice. I agree. Okay, what is wrong with this one switch here? You are going to the side. I feel like MX2As could use some films, yes, but some people may argue otherwise. I think they work well with films. What do you guys want to try first? Should we try gaskets first or top mount? Ooh, I was almost concerned that these mounting spots were in the same thing, but they're not. They're off-centered, which is good. I think I got everything. This is upside down. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Top or bottom? Huh? Mount? Oh, it's a top mount. What? Didn't I say top mount? Did I not say that? Why did I make this guy mod again? Micromanage them to make sure the mounting points were as far away from the stabs to meet Alex's standard. Did you actually? It's not a standard. I don't think it is. That is crazy. Hey, you know what though? I appreciate it. It's a preference of mine, so. Oh, this is the wrong screwdriver. Just got my first set of ABS keycaps from JTK. I feel like I can't go back to PBT now. Dude, it's so true. They have a much richer sound profile. They don't sound dead like PBT caps. Hey, welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the club. I also am an ABS keycap enjoyer. Welcome to the freaking club. Glad to have you here. That is pretty funny. Bro said fuck you for liking PBT. I did not say that. Oh my god, dude. It's nice when the design is the branding itself without the branding being plastered to it. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. It has that tofu shape, so it's instantly kind of recognizable as a tofu. Although I can see some people potentially thinking this is like an F1. It definitely gives F1 vibes. Yeah, Tat, for sure. You mean on... Oh, Tat, are you talking about on Discord? Honestly, I have not... Yeah. I'm gonna literally leave your chat open right now, and I will do it right after I'm done stream. Let's see, where's Tat? There it is. Okay. Got you. I got you, Tat. Yeah, this whole... I don't mean to go off topic here. This whole week's been, like, too crazy. Ooh, this does look sharp with all black. If it makes you feel better, chatter, Alex also ignored me. Guys, I legitimately have not looked at Discord DMs. I have 52 DMs, like private DMs I have not looked through. I'm a little overwhelmed. Even emails, there's probably like 25 emails. This is more than I have ever gotten in my entire life. And I don't even know what any of them are about. I just cannot keep up. I'm honestly at a point now where I don't know how to get through these and then also do my work. So, well, no, I don't even know what, I think they're about keyboard projects. And I think it's just because August has been, like I said, August has been so busy that I have no idea like why there's so many projects happening this month. But it's also kind of drowning out people asking me questions and stuff, which I feel terrible about. Where is this? If you read one per week, that's a whole year of DMs. I like that. I like that perspective. I will be your intern. Yeah, at this point here, I might actually need help soon. But I feel like it's going to be short-lived. I feel like once the next few weeks pass by, it's all going to go back to normal. Hold up, those are feet over screws? But they're not adhesive. They're pushing to some degree. Send me your login info and I'll do your business manager. I only trust Adam. He's a trustworthy mod so far. Have you peeped at any of the new HMX tactiles? Only briefly at the cilantros. That's the wrong person to trust. True. Probably right. That sentence is mind-boggling coming from you. Is it? He's been a trustworthy mod the last hour and 10, 15 minutes, whatever we made him a mod. Sorry to bother you, but may I ask you something? I'm new to this hobby and want to start with the Crush 80. I don't think I ever did the Crush 80, but it looks like a solid board. Have I done the Crush 80, guys? I'm pretty positive I have it. Has anyone built one that has any feedback on the Crush 80? Oh, it isn't out yet. Okay, yeah. I don't think I've still be protoed. Oh, then I have no clue. That I'm not too sure about, my friend. Okay, still not in love with these feet. I feel like they could be better. A little easier to put in here. But it is what it is. Alex, click that link. I don't want to. I take back what I said about a trustworthy mod. You're sending me strange links. This one, I don't know why this one here is like the most frustrating to put in. They kind of just like friction fit in, but They're kind of awkward. You gotta like fiddle with these a little bit here. Can we switch the music? You guys are bored of my elevator jazz? You guys don't like it anymore? Can you tell people if you think the edges are sharp like the old tofu? I don't have an aluminum old tofu to compare to, but like, okay, they have a sharpness to them, but they're not gonna like cut your hand if you're running your hand across them. So I don't think it's gonna like hurt you if you do this. If you put a lot of pressure, for sure. But it has... Here, let me just try to zoom in all the way. Here, we'll do... Sorry, that was really aggressive. Like, yeah, they're sharp, but they're not gonna hurt you sharp. Does this help? I don't know a better way to describe this. You still need me to put... Wait, Alex, you need me to be like... Or, sorry, you need to be like me and put new metal rock on your streams? How do you go about... Do you just, like, remove the audio track? I was really hoping my Classicer set would be here for this, but it's not. Plus, I didn't even mean to stream this today. But let me go find a Keycap set. I feel like Sloth is a really obvious answer for this one. So if you guys want Sloth, we can put Sloth. I feel like Sloth is a really easy choice for this, and it would look really good. That's it. I'm removing Adam's mod. That's it. It's going bye-bye. Adam, I am removing it, dude. Adam, you unblock Sloth right now, and I won't remove it. That's crazy, bro. Cafe would be nice. I don't have Cafe. Did I ever have Cafe GMK? Remove. Done. Adam is a legend. Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. I mean, we could just do a black Keycap set. What if we just went full, like, blacked out? I kind of want to do GMK, just so everyone knows. Just because, again, that's kind of the standard we use. It's kind of like the baseline, so... I see a lot of Sloth and a lot of Olivia. Let's just do Sloth. I think Sloth is a good choice for today. No fuck PBT. PBT is cool. I just don't like it personally. You're like, I think this will look good. Okay. I don't have black snail, unfortunately, guys. So these are cherry switches done with a 50... What spring did I use for this? 55 gram spring. A Sprit Extreme 2 done with Duroc Films and GS2. Now, I will admit, I think I did a really good job with these. But I actually kind of wish I went with a longer spring here, because the Extreme 2s are, I think, 18 mil, and I kind of wish I went for a 22 mil spring. But this is a personal batch I did for myself, and I was just going through it again to see what I liked. Why don't I like PBT? It's a personal thing. I just don't really care for the sound profile it produces. That's it. Nothing too crazy or out of this world or outlandish. It's probably wrong over here, but it's okay. Is this the mods you allow? Adam really just like tarnishing my reputation today, huh? Print scroll pause? Oh, I put these two in the wrong ones. Aww. Alex, I have Extreme 2 and Geon 22 and the sprits are heavier at the top of the key press. Yeah, dude, honestly, I love sprit springs. I just wish I had Extreme 3s. I actually almost prefer the sprit springs over the Geon springs, if I'm being real with you. I don't know how you feel, Drudge. Like, I don't know what your preference is there. Alex takes off glasses for the rest of stream. I'm not... then I won't be able to see! You guys don't understand how blind I am. That's what makes it funny. Skill issue? Okay, buddy. You know what? I don't know if skill has anything to do with it. Who are these people voting no? People who feel sympathetic towards me, 110%. And I really appreciate the people feeling sympathetic towards me. I love Wuche Springs. I actually think Wuche Springs are my favorite springs. Like, I think their 53 gram long springs, the triple stage ones, are amazing. I just don't have any anymore. Like, I have a lot of other springs that I purchased, so I'm trying to get through those first. But yes, I think, oddly enough, Wuche stuff, spring-wise, has been my absolute go-to. Oops. Hold on, I accidentally did something here. Let me fix this. The people have decided, guys, I am not taking off my glasses. I literally cannot see. This Adam guy is a false prophet, dude. You think he is leading you guys to answers when he is truly not. Blind stream? Wait, alexotos face reveal? Bull and I are going to gossip about you at the MN... Okay, I mean, I hope it's nothing bad, but please feel free. False prophet or great mod? He could be both. We don't know yet. Can we just do a stream where text-to-speech navigates you? Wait, that sounds fun as fuck. How would I set that up? I feel like that would be hilarious if you guys text-to-speech build a keyboard or something and I just do what text-to-speech says. How do we even set that up, though? Because I feel like that would be a lot of conflicting shit. I really need to think this through. Every chat message is read out loud? That would be too chaotic, man. I feel like that would be that'd be too much. What do different stage springs do? So triple stage, double stage, and single stage, which is regular springs. It just adds like a secondary like coiled bit in the middle. So a stage of it, whatever you want to call it. In my humble experience, the different stages aren't really that noticeable. Like, I have tried 2 of the same springs, double stage as well as single, and they were same length, same weight, rated weight anyways, and honestly, I could not tell the difference. So maybe to some springs they matter, but I feel like for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I agree with that. the like the length of a spring. Before someone's gonna go, it doesn't matter. It does matter here in this case. It does. I use the Geon screwdriver. That has actually been my go-to recently. It is nice. Look how nice this looks, guys. Cute set you choose, Mr. Toes. You guys like it? Looks nice, right? I think it suits the board. If I do say so myself. This looks like a $400 plus board. I agree. You know, maybe I should do that from now on. Maybe when we look at boards, I should save the pricing till the very end and then we guess pricing. Because high key, I would have guessed $400 as well. This better hit. If this hits, I'm gonna be so fucking happy right now. This better hit, dude. And then we'll try the copper base and then the silicone gaskets here. All right. Let's see, does it turn on? It does. So this is top mount first with aluminum plate. So, let me open up something. Top mount aluminum plate, Cherry MX2A is done with a 55 gram spring. Stainless steel weights on the inside of this with an aluminum bottom. This has a lot of thud to it, but it's like done in a fun way. Dude, this is gonna be even thuddier with a copper bottom. Here, let's do an actual, I'll open up monkey type, and I won't share my screen just because I don't feel like setting it up right now, but let me actually type a sentence in here. And then we're gonna switch to the other mounting style here. Oh my God, monkey type, please. I don't know what's wrong with my internet today. The feet? I think this is just how aluminum top mount, like, I think the top mount is okay implemented here, but I wonder now what it's going to sound like with the gaskets. Kind of sounds hollow. Yeah, it's studdy. I'm not even going to front. This is studdy. Why do we type like that? You know what? Why are you a mod? I think if this were done with PC plate, this would be even nicer. But now, for top mount anyways. Now, let's do this. I mean, guys, depending on how much time we have today, maybe I could literally build this a few different ways. Okay, so, it did have some resonance. It had some hollowness. Is it the cleanest aluminum top mount I've ever seen? Like in terms of no thud? No, but I think in a way I'm fine with that. I have a weird feeling the gasket's gonna be super nice for this though. So let's try the gaskets next here. We can also put a little bit of polyfill or something in too. Yep, we could do that. Scratch anything. All right, let's take off this. I wonder, let me check something here. Okay, so before we take off the top mount, I want to try something. Before we take it off, give me a moment. So what's causing it to thud? Let's see. I don't think it's the internal weights. It could just be the density here. Yeah, unless this is not really doing much for this silicone bit. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't have the aluminum weights, unfortunately. What if I just take out the weights? Let's see what happens. It's an option. You can technically buy this with no weights. So I am curious. Oh, one of the screws I didn't unscrew. These weights are chunky. Let's just move these over here. Oh, that's so different. Not in a good way. I don't like that at all, with no weights. So, maybe... the only thing I can really think about as to what could be causing some of the thudding noise, I'm going to do something here, which I don't think this is the answer, but just so I can cover all of my thought processes here. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape on the bottom of the weight to go over sometimes what causes these thuddy noises. I don't think we need to put that much. Is sometimes what happens when you have two of these pieces of metal mating against one another and they're very flat, they cause these very minor vibrations. So sometimes this is the answer, sometimes it's not. Sorry, that was really loud. I promise you I didn't damage anything. Could you weigh it with the copper bottom? I'll do all the weighing stuff afterwards, guys. But I think someone already mentioned just the copper bottom alone is 5 kilos. So... But then after this, we'll do the silicone gaskets, because I am very curious about that too. Yeah, the copper bottom, or not the copper, was the stainless bottom? Actually, I don't know how much the copper weighs, but... Someone mentions 5 kilograms for the stainless or something. Okay, let's screw this back together and then we'll put the feet back on and see how it sounds. Do we have good feelings about this? We shall see. Question though, did you guys like the top mount as is with no little force break in it? We're gonna try a whole bunch. I do. No, not that much. Fair, 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 fair. Again, kind of thuddy. But I'm wondering if it is just the weight. Let's see. I feel like the board was built for gaskets. I low-key think so as well, Baron. But we'll see. Try with and without the feet? Yeah, like I'll try without the feet first. All right, so this is force breaking the weight. I feel like this is roughly the same though. I still feel like the polycarbonate plate would hit better, and then we'll do the feet. I don't think this is going to be that much of a difference here. Return to the thud. It's definitely the bottom screws, dude. It could be the bottom screws. It could be that we need to force break this a little bit better, not just the provided force breaks. Let's do the gasket, and then we can revisit. Because I feel like I don't want to go overboard on spending too much time here. When I'd like to see the gaskets do their thing as well. These are upside down. I'm doing all these the wrong way. You know what I mean? Let's see, let's see. What are the mods on the switches? They are gaskets, or foam gaskets, so they're Duroc films. Sprit springs. And GS2. I actually feel like it sounds better with the feet. I kind of, dude, I feel like I need to use Bumpons. Okay, 1 second. I need to go find some Bumpons. I think I have a pack of Bumpons somewhere. I'm not vibing with these feet. I'm not. Let me see if I have a pack of Bumpons somewhere. But I mean, I wasn't vibing with the feet since the get-go, so... Bumpons, Bumpons. Oh, yes I do. These are kind of big. Yeah, okay. I got some. This is still beta. Tofu has time to patch it. Reject feet. Return to Bumpons. I'm going to put the feet literally right beside them. So we'll just do it in those spots. It could be the screws too. It could be also like, I mean, we can untighten them or nothing, but I just literally go until I feel pressure stopping. I'm more thinking it's probably a little bit of these square feet being so shallow, because they are quite shallow feet. If I hate this, I can always just take it off too. Yeah. You need to save this? I don't think it's. I don't think it needs saving. Okay, I think it is a little bit of the feet. Which makes me wonder about something else now. So now I'm going to do something else. I'm also wondering if the silicone force brake that's being used isn't really force braking things properly. So let's go check out one more thing here. Can we also try no feet? Oh, I didn't do anything to the screws, Dynamite. I only showed that I was doing one. I already did no feet though. No feet sounded kind of thuddy. And I think that's the problem though. I think the problem is no feet. So I'm gonna try force braking this a little bit better. With the screws opened up and as, I don't think it's the, because we did that, I did that as I was starting to type on it, Dynamite. I don't think it's the screws, honestly. I think it's the silicone force brake that they're implementing here. And what I mean by that is I don't think these are doing a good enough job. I still think there's some transference of like vibration with these pieces of silicone here. So what I'll do is I'll put some force brakes on them. Which I don't think is a huge job for KBD fans anyways. If KBD fans kept the same feet style but made them thicker, wouldn't be a problem. I just feel like these are too thin. I don't even know if you guys can see these. These will sink into your desk pad really easily compared to a Bumpon. Isn't that what reviewers are given? What happened? Are given pads so they feedback and add to the final edition? What happened? What's? I don't think these are handpicked, man. Guys, can I say something? I don't think I ever get handpicked units. I wish I got handpicked units. Do you guys out of all the streams I've done ever in my entire life, I wish I can say I can count on one hand how many problems we've had. That's also the good thing about live streaming, which people have argued with me in the past about this. I can't hide anything. If something sounds bad, there is literally no way I can hide it. So I think there's a slight benefit to me doing these things. Okay, I'm gonna do one more force break here. Do I have any more little pad things? I'm pretty sure I do. Whew. Again, I don't know if this is going to do anything, but we'll just try it. We shall try it because that is... Actually, let's cut this one here in half. Hope this board can end up sounding higher pitched. I think the gaskets will sound better. I'm just kind of hard stuck on doing the top mount right now because honestly, it's only 3 o'clock and I feel like I'm in no rush personally. So unless you guys are in a rush, I don't think I'm rushing. Thanks, Alex, for testing. Anytime. Listen, I like tofu. I like the tofu, so I'm hoping I can get this to sound super good. Besides, I think everything we've done, with the exception of the feet, actually even the feet, I feel like the feet are relatively easy to fix. I was talking about another problem. Oh, no, blackout. No, I wasn't. I was just talking out loud, bro. The feet are fixable? Yeah. The force brake stuff is also like such a minor thing, so we'll see. I feel like modding is just part of the Tofu experience. Well, okay. Somewhat. I don't think it's like the primary experience people should probably have, but it is an experience, which I appreciate. Alright, let's see if the force brakes... Okay, I think that literally fixed literally everything, so... That sounds very classic top mount to me. Okay, so... The feet, these stink. Listen, I actually had a feeling, bro. Honestly, when I saw these feet yesterday when I was opening this thing up, and when we opened the stream today, I told you guys I didn't like these. So on top of them not being good to put in, and they're difficult to put in, I think they didn't contribute much to the keyboard. So either these need to be a slight bit thicker, which I think is probably the real answer here, or what they could do is they could just not mill out this part and just put bump-ons. Right? So probably the answer is to not mill this out into squares and then just put bump-ons next to it. End of story. If they don't want to take these out and this is like finalized, then I just think these need to be a smidge thicker. Maybe, I don't know, like, I don't know if there's a different material made of bump-ons versus these silicone pieces, but either way, these stink. As for the internals, which we're going to take apart this here in a second anyways, where are those things? These little silicone force brakes. I don't think these are either A, doing much, because the force brake and the feet were contributing factors. So I don't think these are A, doing a whole hell of a lot. Actually, let me just type one more time here. Or maybe they're just not correctly placed, because I'll show you what I'm thinking in my head right now after we open this up. But let me just do one quick little extra. Sorry, I think my air conditioning is on if you guys hear a loud noise in the background. Dynamite, I honestly only have 3 bump-ons left. So if I take these off, I wouldn't be able to put any more bump-ons on. So I'm a little short on bump-ons. I like the top mount as is right now. I think it sounds really, 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 really good. Actually, I only have 2 left. My bad. I thought there's 3 on this. It's only 2. I think this sounds really good as is. I really like it. Piece of hair here. Okay, now let's take this apart, and I'm going to show you guys why I think maybe these aren't super great for the keyboard. But I really like the way that sounds. I feel like this would sound even better with a PC top mount. Like way better. But yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice as is right now. It would suck for the gaskets if it's just the bump-ons. I don't think it's just the bump-ons. I think it's a mixture of both. Because when we put on the bump-ons, there was still some thud, right? Even with no bump-ons at all, I feel like, I don't know if you saw me doing this, Dynamite, but there was a point where I was taking the keyboard and doing this and typing, and this, as soon as I lifted it up, literally I heard thudding go away. And I think it's just because this was too close to the bottom of like the desk pad, like these feet were sinking into the desk pad, causing it to be kind of thuddy. So what I'm thinking is happening with these silicone gaskets, if you guys want to indulge me in my thoughts here, they're inlaid to the top here, right? So even though they look thick on paper, they go into a machined part of the keyboard. So, okay, we have some depth on them, right? However, I feel like in this case, maybe the depth doesn't matter because they go onto inlaid parts here, machined in. So perhaps, oh, I just touched the microphone with the case. I'm so sorry. Perhaps I have a feeling that this is not force breaking the case properly. Maybe there's just too much of a gap. So maybe that's the reason why it's causing some non-force break. I have a feeling if this was compressible, if this was made of more compressible foam, and those machined parts weren't there, this would have done a better job of force breaking. Or perhaps the opposite, perhaps these are too stiff right now, and maybe there is some gap being closed, but because these are too stiff, it's almost acting like it's getting compressed too much and acting as if no force break was present. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this would still transfer all the vibration from the bottom case onto the top. So I don't think these are doing the job they're intending to do. Yeah. Wait, are the remaining force brakes pads supposed to be on the top frame too? That wouldn't... I don't think so, and let me explain why. Because one of them would cover the top mount screw, and I don't think that's the intention from KBD fans. See what I mean? It would literally go on top of this. That means you would have to take it off every single time. And I don't think that's the intention. But these are not really that big of an issue. Like these things, you could literally supply a pack of force brake stickers. And I feel like that's it. I feel like a lot of keyboards these days, with the way that keyboards are being built, benefit from this. So it's not like a huge deal breaker. Can we try to remove the silicone things? I mean, I'm game to do that. Actually, wait. I'm not game to do it yet. Let me explain why. Let me do the other mounting style first. Although I don't really think it's going to change much, Dynamite. Now that it's actually properly force broke, I don't think it'll change much. But we could take him out if you guys want. Do you guys want me to just take him out entirely? I was just going to leave him in. I'll leave it up to you guys. Just take it out. Leave it. Let's try to leave him for the gaskets too. Let's do that. Let's just take it one step at a time here without changing too much variables. Because I'd like to see what the gasket sounds like right now. But yeah, interesting finds, no? Interesting finds. Again, ultimately, not a huge problem for this board. I think the biggest thing is probably just the feet. Which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, not even that big of a problem. I think if you force break on the copper bottom, not use the silicone would be interesting. Yeah, I'll do that for sure, Pancake. I think I won't use the silicone ones on the copper. Maybe we'll make that as a little test bed, I guess, in a way. Alright, so let's grab these gaskets. Thoughts on the non-musing pen? Wonderful. Honestly, it's really nice. Pancake, do you know which way these go? Is it like this? Or is it the other way? With the bubble part towards the bottom? I'm writing to KBD fans a message right now about your thoughts. Thank you, Pancake. Can we get some thanks for Pancake in chat? Being the GOAT right now. Bubble up. Okay. Pancake literally being goated right now. Oh wait, no, I put it on this one. Wrong thing I put it on. You have to put it on the PCB, not the plate. Why does it look like a copy of a key cult? This? I don't think this looks like a copy of a key cult at all. If anything, this would be closer to an F1. But I think even that's kind of a stretch. But I don't think this looks like a key cult at all. Do you guys think it looks like a key cult? Okay, actually, I know why people say key cult. It's because of the machining pattern. I think key cult started it, and then whenever someone sees like a machining pattern like this, they think key cult, which is fair. But I don't think this looks like a key cult at all. From the back, I would still say not really. There's a million keyboards with that. All right, gaskets in place. Let's put these down. Ooh. Let's hope this sounds good. Can you check the top case? What am I checking? What am I checking, Pancake? I think the bubble parts might go down, actually, for the holes in the bump. I think the bubble part might go down, Pancake. Nipple down? I think it's down. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go divot. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. I was going to say, it sounded like the clearance wasn't... When I hit the spacebar there, it sounded like clearance wasn't supposed to go... Oops. Yeah, it sounded like clearance wasn't hitting properly there. It's okay. Easy fix before we start typing. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream today. I think we're all learning a lot, I hope. Because, I don't know, I'm excited about this project because I like keyboards like this that aren't crazy, crazy, crazy expensive but still bring a lot to the table. Yeah, okay, that's already... There we go. God damn, I just had a brain fart. I was like, what am I doing? Are you getting the DK160? I am. I already have it in. I'm going to be building it for Saturday. This could be it. This could indeed be a good combo. Brain fart? It happens sometimes. I immensely enjoy the stream. There's multiple people in Discord discussing your stream. Aw, hopefully good things. Question. Do you guys think, even though I'm not angry, do you guys still think this is critical? Like, do you guys feel like you're learning stuff? I'm genuinely curious because some people think I'm not critical, but I think they mistake me being like not angry at certain things and like offering ways to fix things as not critical when I still think I'm being critical. Like I don't think I'm being angry about it. So you're being great. Thanks guys, appreciate you. You need to be angry. Oh, like some other keyboard people. Only you learn by yelling? My bad, guys. All right. Hold on. I need to turn off the AC, guys. Give me 1 sec, because this is starting to piss me off. I don't know. It's really warm today, so it's probably going to like run a long time today, but... Hold on. Give it a second. Give it a second. I'm gonna drink some coffee while it turns off. I can't think straight with it on right now. I have a smart AC? Yeah, I installed it myself. Because when we moved in here, the old smart AC broke within literally 1 week. And I didn't know how much those smart ACs were, like a decent smart AC. And I was kind of shocked by some of the prices of those things. And then everyone told me that I knew, they're like, oh, they're so difficult to install. Dude, it's like 4 wires. And they were really, really, really easy to install. So I just put a new one. That's a landlord job. Keen, basically, here's what happened, right? This is why it was deemed not broken, okay? Because I even tried to call Google directly. This was why it was considered not broken. You ready for this? Because if I restart the system, like if I took it off the wall, restart it, and put it back on, it worked for 20 minutes, and you can set the temperature. So yeah. Have you ever seen a silicone force break implementation that actually works? I think I've caught a couple of boards we reviewed, like Buy and Bowl and now this, and it seems like none of them were effective as a DIY force break. So the bowls works, those little bubbles. However, I wouldn't call bowls, like I don't view bowls as like a force break. I view bowls as an alignment pin. And I think that's where that's where the strong suit is though, Matthew. Is I think silicone works as an alignment pin, but not so much as a force break. And again, I think kind of like I was explaining here, I think we kind of deem them force breaks because they kind of do that if they're done right. But I think when they're done bad, they're too much pressure, and then too much pressure on silicone ends up just still transferring all that vibration. Like it can have anti-vibration properties, but I think there's just too much compression. Like way too much. But I've seen it on bowls where he's implemented and it's kind of been like good, you know? All right, here's the gaskets now for the Tofu TKL. Let's try this, shall we? Pause. And let's go here. Something's up here. Okay, I think something's bottoming out right here. I'm pretty positive something's bottoming out. Yeah, alphas are really good though. All right, let's see what's bottoming out. Ugh. Let's see if we can fix this. Well, I can already tell you I think I prefer the gaskets, but I have a feeling something's bottoming out. And it could be the hot swap sockets. I will find out. I don't mind the screws coming off. Not a big deal. I'm so sad why this turned out like ass. I don't think it's ass. I think it's... honestly, I think it just needs some revisions. Which I'm hoping... And I have confidence, because I feel like KBD fans will want it to, you know, obviously create a product that works out. I'm hoping they listen to some of the feedback I'm giving today. Has anyone else built this board yet? Am I the only one who's built it? I feel like I kind of sat on this board for like a week or two. Is it a socket? Is it this socket that's causing problems? All these? Let's see. Let me take a look. I'm the first?
Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? A butterfly flaps its wings in Japan and it causes a hurricane in Florida. Your butterfly flapped wings by making Adam 1. Now I'm evacuating the office building for fire drill on my only day in the month in the office, which could be good if they just send us home. If not, I blame Adam.
I think it's Adam's fault, honestly. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think it's actually bottoming out anywhere. What on earth is causing this? I'm just taking these off right now. I don't think it's an amount of gasket issue. I'm just gonna take these off just to like satisfy my freaking curiosity here. The tactility of the gasket against the case. I really think something with the screws, contact between the top frame and bottom. It wouldn't cause that kind of noise though, because that's not a noise that I am familiar with at all, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I'm struggling with this when I can just take out the whole thing here. Who knows? Let's see. I am glad we're doing silicone for, let me, hold on. Hold on, let me think here for a second, everybody. Let me think here for a second, everyone. Use the force. Let's put 4 corner screws in first. Let's see how the 4 corner screws play out. And we can see if it's just a weird bottoms screw placement. Let's see. I did the weights flat back, yeah. Well, let's find the culprit. So, let me think here. Desk bent. To confirm, Pancake, are we able to use, like, maybe it's a proto issue with the bottom? I guess the copper might answer that. Is the copper not a proto? We could swap it all into the copper. Do you guys want to see it in the copper? Both are protos. If you move the gasket around the spacebar and put it back, what do you mean by gasket around the spacebar? Like this gasket here? I feel like we can't do that because it sags in the middle then. Actually, hold on. I don't think it's... Give me a sec, everybody. If you guys want, I can try that. But let's see. I don't know if it'll be this gasket. I'm just trying to see if there's also any point of interference. So give me a moment. We'll try this one last thing here, and then I'm gonna just inspect everything one last time here. Because it sounds like there's something interfering, which could also be impacting the top plate. So I'm gonna try some methods I've tried in the past. I think something's impacting the top plate, if I'm being real with you guys. I think that's actually what's going on, is the top case is impacting the aluminum plate. Same thing. So now let me take a quick little peek-sees here. This is the most informative stream I've seen in a long time. Well, I'm glad. I hope to be informative. That's the goal. I will admit, and this is not a knock against this case, okay? Like, don't take this as a knock against the tofu. In the last, like, I would say, it's been a long time since we've had something that maybe needs some more critical discussion. Usually everything works, or there's like one little small piece that we can catch right away. But that isn't always the case with every keyboard. So I want to see something here too. How does this sit in here? This doesn't sit in here. It doesn't sit on this. So top mount best for proto. Yes, top mount best for proto. Okay, so you hear that? It doesn't actually sit in this. The gaskets never actually touch the top of the case. I don't know if that's visible for you guys. So I'm thinking what's probably happening is as this case comes down and it gets screwed in, I think it's touching these. So, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this nicely. Okay, let me try something. It could also be, I mean, I don't think this is confirmed, but is it like Pancake? I didn't see your message from earlier. Is top mount, or sorry, if you put a plate, is it not interchangeable with the gaskets? Just to confirm? Or was it supposed to be interchangeable? I don't want to get this part wrong and then just like look like an idiot afterwards. I assume it was interchangeable because they're offset. And I think that's the goal, right? A plate issue? Could be. Gasket on plate? Does the gaskets go on the plate? Does that work? We can try that. Gaskets only for PCB. Oh, no gaskets on plate. Oh, I misread that. Thought you meant like, no, you're putting the gaskets on the plate. Okay, so let me go back to what I was thinking here. Let's just put a little something to... This is going to be ugly though, so just everyone has to bear with me while I do this. Maybe Jink plate this config to see if it's any better. Well, it probably will be a lot better without the plate, but let me just try this. The only way we'll 100% know is with the PC plate. Yeah, I can always just put the PC plate in too. But let me just try this first, because this will also kind of help break some contact. Remember when tofu is the simplest of rectangles? Hey, it still can be. It still can be, you know? We're just gonna do some testing, you know? Alright. I don't know if this will help, but we'll see. No, I still hear it, so unless it's not actually hitting the top. Oh, it might be hitting the bottom. Hold on. I think that's what it is. Hold on. Now that makes more sense. Let me just flip these. Let me try the four corners. Although, I don't know. We'll see. Because the four corners will compress this a little bit more. I called it the top is compressing the gasket. Could be compressing a little. Actually, I don't think the top is compressing the gasket. I think it's just sitting. No, it's still. Oh, is it a alignment thing actually and not a plate thing? Let's see, hold on. Oh, it's an alignment thing. So what on earth is causing the alignment problem then? Something's touching something, basically. The plate is touching the bottom. I'm pretty positive. And I think just by shimming it around, it's causing it to not touch. Hey, better that I have these issues. Let's see one more time. You removed the silicone? I did remove the silicone, yes. The silicone was not helping at all. Let me see. I'm going to remove all the tape and go for this one last time. Because now I want to see something else here. Well, I don't want to shove foam because that still means there's going to be an inherent issue, you know? I can tell you guys this, I really don't think the gaskets are being compressed. I can say that with confidence, it's not a compression issue, because when I lean the plate up, like when I put the plate up on the gaskets don't even touch the top of the keyboard. That means there's tons of space. I do not think it's a compression issue. I think it's an alignment or fitment issue of the plate. So, with that being said, let me try a few more things here. If we have time to do a plastic plate, honestly, I didn't expect this part to run so long. Because, like, I still have to go prep dinner and stuff for myself. So I hope that's okay. We can always make a part 2 to this. Because now I just want to see, is there some shift that's happening here? There is a bit of shift. Let's just try to shift it like this and see what happens. Kitchen stream unlocked? Well, it'd be a pretty boring kitchen stream, so. Have I tried MX2A browns dry? No, I don't like those dry at all, dude. They are not my cup of tea dry. If the plate is off by just a little bit, we will touch up the top case. Yeah, it could just be a plate being a little bit too big, causing something funky. Alternatively, they could also make like silicone caps for the plate as well. Oh, did I lose a gasket here? Did I take one off by accident? Okay. I think something right here. Something right there. Let's actually screw in. Actually, let me just make sure I didn't remove a gasket first. Let's see. Make sure I have all the gaskets in there first before I... Maybe just don't use the Spacebar Kappa. Where the gaskets, flat parts facing the top case or the bottom? The flat parts are going up. That's what we ended up going with. Okay. I forgot to put the gasket back on the spacebar there. So, okay, the gasket isn't a problem on the spacebar, but let's see. Seems to be an alignment thing. And I'm wondering, might even just be, yeah, it might just be an alignment of the thing, an alignment issue here. Let's see. I'm gonna put all the screws back in now. Let's put all the screws back in. Maybe top mount screws halfway. Well, okay, I don't think that's the solution. Let's keep this in mind, and I want to be clear on this. I think the solution is to figure out what's causing this, because I think coming up with a compromise isn't an ideal, way to look at the board. I'd rather not take a compromised look and be like, well, we can build the board this way. Why don't we do this? I think the healthiest way to go about this is just to figure out what's actually causing the problem. That way, then you can build it any way you want. You know what I mean? I think that is actually the best way. I'm missing a screw here. There it is. Their tofu sounds nice on stream. Yeah, unless there's something I'm missing while building this, which I don't think we missed anything. Pancake would have definitely said something. So, it's an alignment thing. So you can literally say the moment we shift the case down a little bit, and it doesn't even visually look like we're doing much to the case. I think the plate, my thought process here is I think the plate is touching something either on the bottom or the top. As for what it's touching, I literally think that we have to go and explore that, but okay. It seems like the quick fix, which isn't really ideal, is you have to shift the keyboard up a little bit, causing what I'm guessing is a plate tab somewhere here, or I don't know, yeah, I guess a plate tab to shift upwards so it doesn't impact something. So now that we've got that semi-sorted, let's try the keyboard as is right now. So this is Gaskets with MX2A. I mean, this sounds fantastic. It has a nice like undertone of thud too, which is nice. Ooh, this left side's really nice. I think the gaskets sound nicer than the top mount in aluminum. I do like the way it sounds. I do. I think it sounds really good. I think the easiest solution that I'm thinking of right now, is this board a prototype sample? I mean, technically, yes, it's a proto sample. Because I believe these are just pre-orders. As for when they're shipping exactly, that I'm actually not too sure about. But yes, these are prototypes that I've received. Yeah, this thing would sound insane plateless. I think if you had a plateless version, this would sound crazy good. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's literally a problem with the plate. So, this has been an interesting journey. We'll try the copper bottom here in a moment. I do think the problem that I'm seeing right now is the plate. Sorry, I'm speaking slowly because I'm trying to find my words. I do think the plate is impacting the case somewhere. I think the plate, as you shift it downwards, needs to be aligned more top-wise. So what they could do is they could either increase the size of those silicone dumbbells so they fit snugly into their slots so there's no movement. Or they could just get rid of a larger surface area and mill more around where the top mount's supposed to go. I think that's also a very valuable solution there. Or even on the bottom, just create like a divot so it doesn't touch anything. Alternatively, actually no, that's not a good idea. I do think it's just one of the two things there. Yeah, it could also just be a manufacturing prototype sample. Maybe there's been like an update that we're just all not aware of. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. So, okay, I found 3 things that I feel like could be changed about this keyboard. Number 1, the feet. I think this is actually the most like, these suck. These little square feet, I don't think these are very good. I think they just need to be swapped out with something a little thicker, or they need something like Bumpons. So that's number 1. Number 2, the silicone force brakes inside aren't really doing a good job. We took them out completely and we just replaced them with tape because these things here were still causing weird thudding noises. So I still don't think these are the best solution. These might be a great solution for something like alignment, or maybe there could be a different reason for installing these. But I think simply just changing the material of these to something like foam might actually be a better idea, and removing the milling from the top case so they don't have a place to just sit in and then not compress. I think foam and then removing the milling from the top case, I don't think the milling needs to be there. Just have it on the bottom to show people where they go and call it a day. Alternatively, just include a little pack of stickers. I think if people want to force break it, a pack of stickers is really easy to apply, and then boom. You can even create little spots in where they go to make it look neater, but a lot of brands do that these days. A good example is the Mode Encore. They have slots for those, and I feel like it works really well. Now, the third issue seems to be with the plate. The plate is impacting either the bottom or top. I really can't figure it out because obviously this is closed and I can't see. I do think it's being impacted. We can see that when we shift the keyboard up and down a little bit. And it seems like as we were building this, and maybe it's just because we had to flip it over and stuff, it was either shift it down and creating that weird thudding noise, like this thing, when that's not really supposed to be the case. It just seemed to like fix itself as we shifted it up. So that seems to be another issue there. And again, I've offered solutions for that, at least what I think could be solutions for that. Past that, let's make an assumption, because I do have faith KBD fans will genuinely look at these problems with good faith and address them. If we can look past that, I actually really like the board as a whole. It has an aesthetic that I really appreciate. It's that boxy kind of very brutalist aesthetic. The internals being not so much where the plate lies. I'm not talking about the internal mounting system, but the weight system and the way the batteries lie and the wooden piece in the middle. I really like that. I think it's cool. I like how much value the case has. You could literally make this a crazy spec where it's going to weigh a crap ton and be some crazy keyboard, or you can tone it down and not spend a lot of money and still get something for like $220, just like what I have today. So even in the $220 spec, it is a fantastic pickup. I'm going to try the copper bottom now, and we'll see how this is. I do hope that KBD fans can get back to me with some feedback on this. I'm not gonna lie, they've had banger after banger when it comes to products, so this seems to be the first hiccup that I've seen in a little while, like major hiccup. And I think that's fair to say. I think people are allowed to have like little hiccups like this. I don't think it's like out of the realm of craziness that there's gonna be a brand that has like a little hiccup. people like, dude, even with the Manta, like we have to redo some stuff for the final versions. The thing is, it's just committing to making those changes, and I hope people see that. Could we just use a different menu or these for these just to get reviews? I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, there could be a bunch of things. Where is this from? This is actually not really a screw tray. It's a catch-all tray. I probably wouldn't even use this for screws. But this is from a brand called Over Engineered. All right, let's grab that copper unit here. Oh gosh. Were there similar hiccups with the Manta? I mean, yeah, technically. The Manta also, if you don't apply our fix with the hot swap on the prototype units, we also have a hiccup where it just touches the bottom of the case. So it touches in two spots, the hot swap sockets and the screw-in stabs can touch the bottom ridges of the case. That's all being addressed for the final version. But yeah, again, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, how dare KBD fans like release this? Things happen. The other really important note too that I want to bring up is people build boards differently. So for example, the way I build a board might be different from the way someone else builds a board. And even like, okay, here's a good example. Even with like me and Jeff being Spacebar, the way Jeff built the Manta, I didn't think to use Milmax sockets, but when he did it and he assembled it, we noticed a few issues too that made us kind of go, okay, we need to readdress like one or two things as well. So yeah, the way people do things is always going to be a bit different. Where did this myth of STR emerge? What myth? Okay, I'm not going to force break this one because I want to save some stickers here, and I don't think the stickers under the weights did anything, to be honest. I think the stickers under the weights were just a test, and it did literally nothing. Fuck, this is going to be so heavy, man. We can try without force breaks. I don't think I'm going to force break this just because, quite frankly, I'd like to save some of these stickers. I feel like I've been burning through these things. Question for you, Alex. What NHL team do you support? I don't really watch sports, if that's okay. I'm not really a sport person. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm more of a, if I'm gonna watch stuff, I'd rather watch like a story, you know? Never really been much of a sports kind of guy. STR equals good? Is that the myth? I think STR makes great stuff. But it doesn't, like, they're good manufacturers. I think the people confuse sometimes is it's not really the manufacturer, it's sometimes it's literally the designer. The designer has to be the one to sometimes call the shots in some cases. That's my personal opinion. It's the designer. Oh yeah. The designer is the one designing the keyboard. If they say, hey, we want a keyboard with this tolerance that is problematic, and the manufacturer does it, it's not the manufacturer's fault. That's the designer making calls. Maybe, is that a hot take? I don't think so. I think that's a very lukewarm take. You're the content I watch outside of sports? Yeah, I used to be into soccer. I was into the, I watched Juventus, like, play games way back when. But I really haven't really cared to watch much sports outside of that. I got a little burnt out. It wasn't really my thing. That's all. God, this copper piece is going to be gigantic. I'm sorry, soccer? I didn't say sucker. Bruh. These weights are stainless steel. This is so heavy already. Alright, let's put this in with the gaskets. Oh my god, dude. Good fucking luck if you guys buy this. Try picking this up, man. Holy shit. I think I just scratched a little bit. That's okay. Scratch it from whatever pieces of metal here. Alex isn't a Leafs fan. What? You're right. I don't really care about the Leafs. I don't really care about the Leafs. This goes here. Is this the same one? Do I need this one here too? Did I get the right screw? Let's see. Oh, perfect. We're good. I'm just going to use the feet this came with because I don't have any more bubble feet. So we're just going to have to suck it up. Are these little pieces of adhesive here? They are. See, I don't like that. Whatever. I hope they redo the feet. I'm not even going to harp on this. I hope they redo it. The feet just look bad aesthetically, too. Stack the feet? Yeah, we should, dude. The weightless one was before he figured out the plate contact, but it still sounded even worse when he had them in. Oh, yeah, the weightless one was terrible. I don't think I'd go weightless aluminum. That sounded too resonant. Too much empty space in the bottom of the keyboard, guys. Way too much empty space. That was not a good sound profile. These weights are big. Fuck, guys. I'm not, like, looking forward to picking this up and down. Let me get the scale for you guys now. Hold on. Okay. Jeez, man. How funny if that would be if there was no battery left in this. All right, fully built copper bottom stainless weights. That's too heavy for me. That's too heavy for me. Some people like it okay, there's still a little bit of vibration with this. It's either the feet. I think this one here is more so the feet than anything. Actually, no, it's not. I think it's a little bit of the both. Probably a little combination. Not as vibratey without all the fixes we did as the aluminum. You can still hear it's vibrating though. It's not as clean as the other one we did was. But that's to be expected. I didn't put any of the stuff that we just did into this one. Does this also? It does. So you do have to be a little bit more. The dual mounting? The thing is though, Dynamite, the dual mounting is not going to work. The dual mounting is just going to be top mount. The gaskets don't contact the top of the case. And then putting the gaskets in with the dual mount, I don't think would do much. Yeah, it would just be top mount with just the PCB having gaskets on it. Because it's not also, remember this too, it's not gaskets on the plate. It's gaskets on the PCB. I don't think it would do much. I think it would sound almost identical. Wouldn't it keep it in place, giving it a softer feel because the gasket's just the bottom? No, it'd be the same feel though. You're top mounting it. It'd be the exact same feel. In fact, if anything, it actually may even feel a little bit more stuffy. The hardest point of contact would be all around the case. All right, so I think I think we're kind of done with the stream today. Oh my god, this is heavy. I do like this color. This is a nice color here. So, okay. I hope this was a learning experience. I don't know. That's all I can really hope for. I still like the board a shit ton. I just hope that these fixes get put into place. It'd be really awesome to see the keyboard done with some minor changes. And these are not subjective changes, IMO. These are objective changes. So this is not my usual speech of, well, I don't know if this is a change for everyone, but this is a preference of mine. I actually think the keyboard would be better as a whole if those changes were put into place today. I hope that's fair to say. I hope this goes without saying, but like, you know, I have faith that KBD fans will take a look at some of the things we brought to the table today. Even if you were to buy the keyboard as is right now, other than the feet, I don't think putting gaskets in or like a force brake is end of the world. I think a lot of people end up doing that anyways. It would be nice to get that from the factory. The feet though, I think are really important to change, and then fixing the plate contact issue or whatever is causing that issue. I think that's also important to make. Whether it be like larger gaskets, like a larger diameter on the gasket, or a slightly taller gasket or something. But all in all, I don't think this is a lot to fix. I just think it needs minor tweaks, and it just so happens that this is one of those keyboards that the minor fixes equal large impact on the board. Unfortunately. So, but yeah, I hope this was informative. I hope so. Appreciate you. He doesn't care about the Leafs because they suck. Well, I just don't watch sports. I hope this was helpful. Let's plug this in and go from here. I'll use this to sign us off for the day. God damn, this is heavy. Pancake, yeah, let me know if anything is gonna, if they say anything about some of the stuff I brought up. Quick sound test. I don't think this one here sounds the best. This one here is not none of the fixes we've done so far. No way to copy paste here. Okay, let's find someone to go raid. Thanks for tuning in. A little impromptu Tofu TKL. Again, I still like the way this is. If they can give us a little feedback on the changes, I think this would be great. I think this would be a sick pickup if we get the feedback on the changes. So I'm not mad at this. I just need some stuff to be fixed. So let's go find someone who's gonna be live right now. And nobody's live. Why did I stream today again? At 1 p.m.? Oh my god, it's already 4 o'clock. Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna go raid Apries. He's my friend. He plays at a very high level Apex. Have a good one, everyone. Say hi to Apries for us. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. And thanks for hanging with me as we change this. You know Apries? Yeah. Apries is really nice. Had lunch with that guy. All right, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Bye-bye, everybody. Love you.